Okay, now we're back into the email application. I want to show you some other things. When you're reading an email, we talked about conversation mode where it actually lists two messages, and if you notice here when I click on that it opens up a message, and there's actually two messages here. And if you notice, if you go back here, you'll see a 2. Do you see that 2 right there? That 2 says it actually combined the messages because there was a sent message and there was a reply. And what this does is it really helps not have all your messages combined into one. You probably have seen this where messages go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Well, that could create 4, 5, 10 messages in your inbox. Well, what Google does is it has what they call conversation view, so it combines everything together. So it'll show your original message, somebody replied to you, your reply, their reply, their reply, their reply, and so on, so that it combines everything together. Because in one sense, it's a stream of consciousness, which it's not really 2, 3, 4, or 8 different emails. They're all one email, so it actually combines them together. I want to show you also some of the keyboard shortcuts. If I wanted to reply to this, I could just very simply hit R, and it will actually start a reply. If I go back to the inbox, what if I hit an A? An A is a reply all. That's, of course, if there's more than one. I can go here and I can hit F for forward, and then I can forward this to somebody else. All right. Now if I wanted, let's say I have this message and I want to mark it as important. I'll just put a little star by there to say that it's important. The significant thing about this is I can click over here on the start area and this message shows up. Now you may say to yourself, well, it's already in my inbox, why do I need it? Well, what if I archive it? Or if I'm in the message, I can hit the E for archive, or I can click on archive. In this case, I'll hit the E for archive, and guess what? My inbox is now cleared up. But I had that message starred, so I can click over here on the starred, and there's that message. This is a good way to put away a message that you need to get to, but you want to have somewhat close to you. And I did that. Go back over to the inbox. The other thing you notice is that Google doesn't do a lot with labels. It's not like the folder structure that you're used to in Outlook or Exchange or one of those. It has what they call labels. So let's say I have this message and I want to label it. I can either click the label for label, or while I'm in the message I can hit L, which is another keyboard shortcut, and I can type in a label, and I can type in a label of test. And I hit enter. And that message is labeled as test. Now if you notice here, back in my inbox it doesn't show up, but down here it shows the label. And if I click on test, it brings up that message. Now one of the other things you'll notice about in Google is it does a great job